Every week in my clinic, I meet people in their 70s, even their 80s, who walk in with the same worry. Doctor, I walk every single day. So why are my legs still weak? Why is it so hard to get up from a chair? And why do I feel unsteady every time I turn my head? I look at those faces, people who have spent a lifetime caring for their families, overcoming illnesses, raising children, and I understand how heavy that worry can feel. When your strength isn't what it used to be, every step suddenly requires planning. Standing up becomes something you have to brace for. And even a small head turn can make your heart race because you're afraid of falling. What troubles me most is this. Many people truly try their best, but they're following the wrong method. Most believe, as long as I walk every day, I'm fine. But the truth is, after age 70, 75, the body doesn't respond to walking the way it used to. Walking is great. No one denies that. But it does not rebuild the key muscle groups that keep you balanced, help you stand steadily, or react quickly when you trip on a rug or step off a curb. And it definitely isn't enough to help a 75-year-old regain confidence when moving around their own home. I've heard too many patients tell me, "Doctor, if it rains for 3 days, I don't dare go outside. That slope near my house scares me. I'm afraid I'll slip. I live alone. If I fall, no one will know." So today, I want you to hear this from someone who has worked with older adults for over 30 years. To stay independent after 75, walking alone isn't enough. You need a way to build real strength, safely, with support, right inside your home. The good news? You don't need machines. You don't need a gym. You don't need a personal trainer. All you need is a wall inside your home. Yes, really. A simple wall, something you've ignored for decades, can become a silent assistant that helps you strengthen your legs, improve your balance, loosen stiff joints, and feel more secure every time you take a step. In today's video, I, Dr. David Warren, age 60, will show you a set of simple but incredibly effective exercises I often give my older patients, especially those who no longer feel confident walking outside. And you'll see something important. Your strength didn't disappear. It's just waiting for the right kind of activation. One, and why your body responds differently to exercise after age 75. Once you pass 75, your muscles, bones, and nervous system don't cooperate the way they did at 50 or 60. Many older patients ask me, "Doctor, why do I feel weaker even though I'm doing the same exercises I used to?" I often explain it like this. When you're young, your muscles are like a sponge. Even a little activity makes them expand and strengthen. But as you age, that sponge dries out. To reactivate it, you need targeted pressure, applied at the right angle, to the right muscle group at the right moment. 3 systems decline the fastest after 75. Front thigh muscles, used to stand up or climb steps. Hip stabilizers, essential for balance. Neuromuscular reflexes, that quick adjustment your body makes when you stumble. Walking works only a small portion of these, and at an intensity that's far too low. So your body simply doesn't treat walking as a strong enough signal to rebuild strength. The real benefit of understanding this, you stop wondering, why am I still weak even though I walk every day? And you finally know what type of exercise actually helps. Doctor's advice. Think of your post-75 body as a machine that needs fine-tuning, not just basic running. You need exercises with support, and a wall is the safest tool for that. 2. The wall. A simple tool that makes exercise safe for older adults. I've worked with many patients in their 80s, and when I ask what scares them most about exercise, the answer is almost always the same. I'm afraid of falling, and that fear is real and justified. One small loss of balance can lead to a hip fracture, and I've seen far too many of those in my career. So when designing exercises for older adults, my first priority isn't how many calories will this burn, but how do I make this person feel safe enough to begin? And the wall is the answer. A wall provides a stable anchor point, reassurance when you need to place a hand down, reduce stress on your joints, support when you try movements you haven't done in years. Think of the wall as a steady hand behind your back, always there when you need it. Real-life benefit. With a stable support, your body lets you generate more force, move more confidently, and exercise longer, which means faster progress. Doctor's advice: choose a flat, non-slippery wall with a bit of open space in front of it. That spot will become the place where you regain your strength. Exercise number 1, wall-assisted chair drop. Activate your thighs and hips. I call this the wall-assisted chair drop because it mimics the motion of sitting down and standing up, but in a much safer way. How to do it. Stand about half a step away from the wall. Lean your upper back gently against it, feet shoulder width apart. Slowly slide down as if lowering yourself toward a low chair. Stop when your thighs are angled about 45 degrees. No need to go deep. Hold for 5 to 10 seconds. Push back up using your legs. Repeat 8 to 12 times. Why it works: activates the front thigh muscles. The fastest to weaken after 75. Makes getting up from a chair, bed, or toilet noticeably easier. Reduces pressure on the knees because the wall supports part of your weight. Real-life results after just 2 to 3 weeks. Many patients tell me, "Doctor, I can stand up without using my hands." Doctor's tip: don't try to go too low. Smooth, controlled movement is what rebuilds strength. Exercise number 2, wall glide for shoulders. Open the chest, correct posture, ease neck tension. One of the most common changes I see in adults over 75 is a forward rounded posture. Slightly hunched upper back, shoulders rolling inward. This comes from years of sitting, reduced mobility, or simply habit. The wall glide helps reverse that pattern by opening the shoulders and activating the upper back muscles that control posture. How to do it. Stand with your back to the wall, heels 2 to 4 inches away. Rest your upper back and the back of your head gently on the wall. Raise your arms to shoulder height, elbows bent at 90 degrees. Slowly glide your arms upward along the wall. Lower them back down with control. Do 10-12 reps. Why it works: stretches tight chest muscles, activates upper back stabilizers, improves shoulder mobility, and reduces morning stiffness. Real-life benefits patients often report after a few weeks. They breathe more deeply, neck tension decreases, they feel taller when walking because their posture improves. Doctor's advice: let the movement be gentle. If your shoulders are tight, lift only 20-30 centimeters, as long as the motion opens your chest. Doi jai laban dich ting an hoan shin. Theo fong kash van noitu hien, than tien, de hiokwe ngoi mai, jung chat, Dr. David Warren. Toi gyu nguyen tingden. Nhung dien jat theo kash memai, tunhien va banjia hoan hat kodi. Exercise number 3, wall-assisted heel raises. Strengthen the ankles, improve balance. After age 75, the ankle is one of the most forgotten joints, and when the ankles weaken, older adults tend to take shorter steps, shuffle their feet, trip more easily over rugs, thresholds, or uneven flooring. The wall-assisted heel raise activates the calf muscles and the ligaments around the ankle. The shock absorbers that help you change direction or stand for long periods without wobbling. How to do it. Stand facing a wall, gently placing both hands on it for balance. Slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet. Hold for 1 to 2 seconds. Lower your heels down with control. Repeat 12-15 times for 2 sets. Why this exercise works. It strengthens the muscles responsible for balance. It supports and stabilizes the ankle ligaments and the Achilles tendon. It improves your ability to turn, pivot, and adjust direction when walking. Real-life benefits. People who practice this consistently often notice longer, more confident steps, less wobbling when turning their head, the ability to stand longer while cooking, washing dishes, or doing chores. Doctor's tip. If your heels only lift a little, that's still progress. What matters is consistency, not height. Exercise number 4, wall calf stretch. Reduce tightness, help your steps feel smoother. Many people assume that stiff knees or hips make their walking feel heavy, but in reality, tight calves and a shortened Achilles tendon are often the hidden culprits. When the calf muscles tighten over time, your leg can't extend fully during each step. This leads to a shorter stride, slower pace, and a higher chance of tripping. The wall calf stretch helps lengthen these muscles safely. How to do it: stand facing a wall and place your hands gently on it. Step 1 foot back, slightly bending the front knee. Keep the back leg straight with the heel firmly on the ground. Lean forward slightly until you feel a stretch down the back of the calf. Hold for 20-30 seconds per side. Repeat 2 times. Why this exercise works: it increases calf flexibility. It improves your step length, lowering the risk of tripping on rugs or small edges. It reduces tension in the knee and hip by improving how your leg absorbs force. Real-life benefits: after a few weeks, most of my patients say their walking becomes smoother, lighter, more comfortable, especially first thing in the morning. Doctor's tip: keep the back heel on the ground. If the stretch feels too intense, ease the angle. Never force it. Exercise number 5. Head turn balance hold. Train reflexes, prevent sudden falls. A surprisingly large number of falls in older adults happen during something as simple as turning their head to respond to someone calling their name. When you turn your head quickly, the vestibular system in your inner ear, along with your ankle stabilizers, must react instantly to keep your body steady. After age 75, this ability declines sharply. The head turn balance hold trains exactly this weak spot. How to do it: stand sideways near a wall so you can touch it if needed. Lift 1 foot 1 inch off the ground. No need to raise it high. Slowly turn your head left, then right. Continue for 10-12 seconds on that leg. Switch legs and repeat. Why this exercise works: it retrains the vestibular system to react quickly. It improves your body's ability to sense its position in space. It increases reflex speed during sudden direction changes. Real-life benefits: people who practice consistently often report fewer wobbles when turning their head, more stability when moving from a bright room to a dim one, better control during everyday movements. Doctor's tip: start with a small head turn. The goal is to stay steady, not to turn as far as you can. A message before you finish these exercises: now that you've learned these simple yet powerful movements, I want you to pause and ask yourself, how long has my body been quietly enduring all of this? Many people over 75 believe that losing strength is something they just have to accept. But after more than 30 years working with older adults, I can tell you with absolute confidence, the human body, at any age, can regain strength when guided correctly. The wall exercises you just learned weren't created for fitness competitions or aesthetics. They were designed to help with the everyday moments that matter most. Standing up from a chair without straining, stepping off a curb without fear, turning your head to talk to someone without losing balance, walking through your home without shuffling or hesitating. I once had an 82-year-old patient, Leonard, who told me, "Our doctor, I don't need to run marathons. I just want to feel steady enough to cook breakfast on my own." A few weeks after practicing these wall exercises, he said, "I don't hold on to the kitchen counter anymore. My legs feel stronger." It reminded me of something important. Real strength isn't about lifting heavy weights. It's about being able to take care of yourself. And the simple wall, the one that has stood quietly in your home for decades, can help you regain the confidence you thought you had lost. If you're just starting out, choose one exercise that feels comfortable. Tomorrow, repeat it. Next week, add a second one. You don't need perfection. You just need consistency. Your body will respond slowly, quietly, but unmistakably. One day you'll realize you're standing up easier, stepping more confidently, breathing more deeply, and most importantly, you're no longer afraid of falling when you turn or change direction. I, Dr. David Warren, will be right here, supporting you every step of the way. If you found this video helpful, hit subscribe so I can send you more safe, science-based exercises each week for adults over 50, 60, and 70. And if you have a loved one who's afraid of falling or struggling with movement, share this video with them. A small change can open the door to an entirely new life. Let me know in the comments which exercise you'll start with today. I read every message and love hearing your stories. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional diagnosis or medical treatment. If you have serious health conditions, acute pain, or recent surgery, please consult your doctor before starting any exercise program.